You are currently doing something every single morning that is systematically stripping your body of its most vital minerals. And the worst part is, your doctor is likely calling it a healthy habit. If you are struggling with unexplained fatigue, muscle twitches, or a mind that simply won't shut off at night, you aren't just getting older, you are being robbed. There is a silent nutrient thief hiding in plain sight, camouflaged as a common dietary staple, and until you identify it, every expensive supplement you swallow is essentially being flushed down the toilet. This single factor is the reason why 80% of people remain deficient even when they eat a perfect diet. Right now, I want you to type the word "locked" in the comments section below to prime your brain to retain this information, then hit that like button to help us bypass the algorithms that suppress this type of unconventional health data. If you are serious about your long-term metabolic health, hit subscribe and turn on all notifications, because what I'm about to reveal in the next few minutes is the exact reason why your health has plateaued despite your best efforts. Most people believe that if they take a multivitamin and eat their vegetables, they are covered. But nutrition isn't just about what you put into your mouth, it's about what your body actually allows you to keep. Imagine trying to fill a bathtub while the drain is wide open. You can turn the faucet on full blast, buying the highest quality organic food and top-tier supplements, but if that drain is open, the tub never fills. This drain is what I call the silent nutrient thief. We're talking about a specific compound found in foods we've been told are heart-healthy and fiber-rich that acts as a biological magnet, binding to your calcium, your zinc, and most importantly, your magnesium, and dragging them out of your body before you can absorb a single milligram. But here's what most people completely miss. This thief doesn't just work alone. It has an accomplice, and that accomplice is sitting in your kitchen right now. I'm talking about phytic acid. Now, don't let the technical name bore you, because this molecule is the primary reason why civilizations that switched from hunter-gatherer diets to grain-based agriculture suddenly saw a massive spike in bone deformities and tooth decay. Phytic acid is an anti-nutrient. Its sole job in nature is to protect the seed so it can sprout later. It holds onto minerals with an iron grip. When you consume unsprouted grains, whole wheat bread, or even certain healthy nuts and seeds that haven't been prepared correctly, that phytic acid enters your digestive tract and starts a process called chelation. It grabs the zinc you need for your immune system, the iron you need for your energy, and the magnesium you need for your heart rhythm, and it renders them completely unabsorbable. If this is the first time you've ever heard about anti-nutrients, drop a yes in the comments, because once you see this, you can't unsee it. You see, the modern food industry loves to talk about fortified grains. They take a cereal, strip it of all natural nutrition, and then spray it with synthetic minerals. But they never mention that the very grain they are using is packed with phytic acid that prevents those synthetic minerals from ever reaching your cells. It's a closed loop of nutritional bankruptcy. And this is where things get even more serious. When you are deficient in these minerals, specifically magnesium, your body loses its ability to regulate stress. Magnesium is the chill pill of the mineral world. It governs over 300 different biochemical reactions. Without it, your nervous system stays in a state of fight or flight. Your cortisol levels spike, and when cortisol stays high, it creates a secondary thief. High stress literally causes you to dump magnesium through your urine. So now you have a double whammy. You aren't absorbing magnesium because of the phytic acid in your healthy whole grain breakfast, and you're losing what little you have left because your stress levels are through the roof. This is why you feel tired but wired at 11 p.m. Your brain is exhausted, but your biochemistry is stuck on the gas pedal. What happens next is the part nobody talks about, and it involves your blood sugar. Most people think of insulin resistance as just a sugar problem, but insulin is a key. It's the key that opens the door to your cells to let in fuel. However, most people don't realize that insulin is also the key that lets in minerals. If you are eating a diet high in refined carbohydrates or even too many healthy starches, your insulin levels stay chronically elevated. Over time, your cells get tired of being hammered by insulin, so they change the locks. This is insulin resistance. When you are insulin resistant, you can't get magnesium into the cell. It stays in the blood, the kidneys filter it out, and you end up profoundly deficient even if your blood tests look normal. And this leads us to a massive misconception about medical testing. If your doctor ran a standard blood test and told you your magnesium levels are fine, they are likely wrong. Why? Because only 1% of your body's magnesium is in your blood. Your body will literally rob your bones and your heart tissue of magnesium just to keep that 1% blood level stable. By the time it shows up as low on a standard blood test, you are in a state of emergency. If you've ever had a muscle cramp, a restless leg, or an eyelid twitch, that is your body screaming at you that the thief has been at work for a long time. Hit the like button if you've ever experienced one of those annoying eye twitches. That's a classic magnesium deficiency sign that most people ignore. But let's look deeper into the thief's favorite target, your mitochondria. Your mitochondria are the tiny power plants inside your cells that produce ATP, which is the energy currency of life. Here's the secret. ATP cannot be active without magnesium. Chemically, it's actually called MgATP. If you don't have enough magnesium because the phytic acid in your diet is stealing it, your mitochondria can't produce energy. This is why you can sleep for 8 hours and still wake up feeling like you need a gallon of coffee. You aren't lazy, you're just nutritionally hijacked. Now, you might be thinking, Dr. Berg, I'll just stop eating grains. And while that's a great start, there is another thief that is even more common in the modern world, caffeine. Now, I love a good cup of coffee, but we have to be honest about what it does. Caffeine is a diuretic. It speeds up the transit time in your digestive tract and increases the rate at which your kidneys flush out minerals. If you are drinking 3, 4, or 5 cups of coffee a day to manage the fatigue caused by your mineral deficiency, you are essentially pouring gasoline on a fire. You're using a stimulant to mask a deficiency that the stimulant itself is making worse. Subscribe right now if you want more of these deep dives into how your daily habits are actually affecting your metabolic age, because we are just scratching the surface of how to reclaim your energy. Let's talk about the solution, because identifying the thief is only half the battle. You have to learn how to lock the door. The first step is addressing the phytic acid. If you must eat grains, nuts, or seeds, they have to be sprouted or fermented. Sourdough bread, for example, uses a fermentation process that breaks down a significant portion of the phytic acid, making the minerals more available. But for most of my patients, the real breakthrough comes when they stop trying to get their minerals from grains altogether and switch to the most mineral-dense foods on the planet, leafy greens. However, there is a catch. Not all greens are created equal. Spinach, for instance, is loaded with oxalates. Oxalates are another type of thief that specifically targets calcium, creating kidney stones and joint pain. If you're blending raw spinach into a massive smoothie every morning, you might be trading one problem for another. This is why I recommend focusing on cruciferous vegetables like kale, broccoli, and arugula, or at the very least, lightly steaming your spinach to reduce the oxalate load. But even if you fix the diet, there is the issue of the gap. Our soil is depleted. Modern industrial farming uses NPK fertilizer, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. It makes plants grow fast and look big, but it doesn't replace the 60+ trace minerals that used to be in our soil. This is why a bowl of spinach today has significantly less nutrition than a bowl of spinach from 1950. This is where strategic supplementation becomes a necessity, not an option. But you have to use the right form. Most people go to the grocery store and buy magnesium oxide. It's cheap, it's bulky, and it has an absorption rate of about 4%. It's basically a laxative. If you want to fix your brain, your heart, and your metabolism, you need magnesium glycinate or magnesium L-threonate. These forms are chelated, meaning they are pre-attached to an amino acid that the thief can't steal as easily. Now let's connect this to something you might not expect. Vitamin D. We are told to take vitamin D for everything: immunity, bone health, mood. But here is the hidden trap. Vitamin D requires magnesium to be converted into its active form in your body. If you take high doses of vitamin D, like 5,000 or 10,000 IU, without taking magnesium, the vitamin D will actually use up your remaining magnesium stores to activate itself. This is why some people feel more tired or get heart palpitations when they start taking vitamin D. They are accidentally triggering a magnesium crisis. If you've ever felt weird or anxious after taking a vitamin D supplement, drop a comment below and let me know. It's a very common reaction that almost no one explains. The reality is that our metabolic health is being attacked from multiple angles. We have the thief in our food, phytic acid, the thief in our lifestyle, stress and cortisol, and the thief in our habits, excess caffeine and sugar. When you combine these, you get a population that is overfed but undernourished. We are literally starving in a land of plenty. To stop this, you have to prioritize mineral density. This means moving away from the standard healthy foods like whole wheat pasta and brown rice, which are high in phytic acid, and moving toward high potassium, high magnesium foods like avocados, wild-caught fish, and massive amounts of salad. But wait, there's another layer to this. Have you ever wondered why you crave sugar or salt late at night? It's not a lack of willpower. It's your body's survival mechanism. When you are low on magnesium and trace minerals, your adrenal glands can't function properly. This leads to a drop in blood pressure and blood sugar, which triggers a craving for a quick fix. You reach for the chips or the cookies because your body is desperately trying to find minerals or energy. By fixing the thief problem, you often find that your sweet tooth disappears overnight. As we look toward the future of your health, you have to realize that your body is an integrated system. You cannot fix your heart without fixing your minerals. You cannot fix your weight without fixing your insulin. And you cannot fix your insulin without stopping the silent nutrient thief. It all starts with awareness. Start looking at your labels. If you see whole grains listed as the first ingredient, understand that you are entering a transaction where you are giving up your minerals for a bit of fiber. Is it worth it? Usually the answer is no. If you have found value in this breakdown, please type metabolic in the comments. It helps us know that you're following the logic of the system rather than just looking for a quick fix pill. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. We are building a community here of people who are taking their health back from the experts who have failed them. The strategy for the next 30 days is simple. First, eliminate or drastically reduce the thieves. That means no unsprouted grains and limiting your caffeine to 1 or 2 cups early in the day. Second, increase your mineral intake through the big salad. I'm talking 7 to 10 cups of greens a day. It sounds like a lot, but your mitochondria will thank you. Third, supplement with a high-quality magnesium glycinate, especially before bed. This will help bypass the brain gas pedal issue we discussed earlier, allowing your nervous system to finally enter the repair and recover phase. Remember, the goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live better. It's about having the energy to play with your grandkids, the mental clarity to run your business, and the metabolic flexibility to enjoy your life without being a slave to your next meal. You don't have to be a victim of the silent thief. You just have to be smarter than the system that created it. I want to thank you for spending this time with me today. Health is a journey of 1,000 small decisions, and by watching this video and educating yourself on the anti-nutrients that are sabotaging your progress, you have already made a massive leap forward. Please, if you know someone who is always tired, someone who struggles with anxiety, or someone who is constantly healthy but never feels well, send them this video. You might be the person who finally helps them find the missing piece of their health puzzle. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop that comment. I read as many as I can because your feedback tells me what topics we need to tackle next. Whether it's the truth about calcium, the secrets of deep sleep, or how to reverse insulin resistance in record time, I'm here to give you the blueprint. Your metabolic health is your greatest asset. Protect it, nourish it, and stop the thieves from taking what is rightfully yours. I'm Dr. Eric Berg, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll dive even deeper into the mechanics of your amazing body. Stay healthy, stay informed, and I'll catch you on the other side. Type improving in the comments if you are committing to these changes starting today. Let's get to work.